The legacy of one of Louisiana's most prized folk art traditions has been passed down from Mitchell LaFrance to the skilled hands of Charles Hutchison.
It was my life. Worked with artwork with my dad, Charles Hutchison. Worked with my uncle, Rudolph Hutchison. A lot of the other carvers that came before us, came before my dad. And Jules Frederick, Carlos Frederick, Mitchell LaFrance.
When we come to put them on, we notice we have so many small pieces of wood going to be pintail, and we have so many big pieces going to be French stuff. We have so many going to be teal or dough-gris, you see. Well, we mix our head, make so many dough-gris, so many pintails, so many heads.
One of my dad's old decoys, and pretty crude because it was a tool. And it's what it was used for, attracting duck. Didn't have to do anything other than that. Had to be light so you could carry a lot of them. Had to be durable so they would last. You didn't do as much work on them. And that's how duck decoys started.
In this earlier videotape made in the 1970s, Rudolph Hutchison demonstrates the skills applied in the initial shaping of a wooden decoy. Cypress, gum, and tupelo woods were used in the carvings.
The change from utilitarian to works of art, that metamorphosis happened over years when plastic decoys came out. So the wooden decoys sort of went out of fashion. And so then it sort of changed to what's a decorative bird. It's prettier. The lines are more flowing. It's out to catch and attract people, not so much the duck anymore. And then from decorative birds to like super realistic sculpture, where now we're carrying it through and we're trying to reproduce the bird in its form and its beauty and its own shape, which takes a lot more time, a lot more skill. It's like one level up takes a huge amount more effort.
In this early videotape, Eric is taught by his father about the importance of realism, angles of vision and accuracy in the placement of a mouse about to be captured by a flying owl.
With the line of vision direct, because this is a little bit off, and it looks like he's looking beyond him. You see here, like you bring it back in line and line it up direct, then you have him. He's locked in. Locked in on him, right? It's going to be nice. A good call.
Charles Hutchison, assisted by his son Eric, places the finishing touches on 2 American bald eagles. The art of the Hutchison family is unique in that it spans the scope of wood carving from the most innocent and naive forms of folk art in the earlier duck decoys to the most advanced and sophisticated forms of wildlife art they produced during their lifetimes. Charles Hutchison, known as Hutch by his friends, developed the soft feather technique. Hutch borrowed bird skins from museums, carved and painted each feather to scale using a separate piece of wood, and inserted feathers one by one into the wooden body. The finished scene shows a life-sized owl in flight catching a rabbit. There are more than 5,000 individual pieces of wood in the carving. So realistic is Hutch's soft feather technique that when a fan blows air across the body of the bird, the feathers ruffle.